Gonna make some sourdough blueberry bagels. I have not made them in the longest time. They are a bit of a labour of love, but they're worth it. This will just be part one because it is quite a lengthy process. So you want to add about 200 grams of your starter to a bowl. Mine was a little bit runny. It did die and I did manage to bring it back to life. So it's still not 100%. I then added about 15 grams of honey. I microwaved my blueberries. You can put them in the oven if you have more patience than me. I gave them about 2 minutes and then I mashed them up. And then once they were mashed, I threw them in there with the starter. And I got my flour out. And then I put in about 3 cups of flour. Normally the recipe calls for 3 cups of flour, 1.5 cups of water. But this recipe was super sticky because my sourdough starter was a bit runny. So I think I ended up adding about 4.5 cups of flour in total, which is fine. They'll still work out absolutely fine. Then just salt baed on the dough, put them in my mixer and let them go on a low speed for a couple minutes until it came together. In the meantime, I got out my bowl and I put far too much olive oil in it. I also missed the bowl and got some on the fridge. I did wipe some of the excess out. The dough was looking a bit better once I'd added more flour. I then just put it in my bowl. I'm going to cover it with cling film or plastic wrap as they call it here, and let that ferment. I'm going to let it rest overnight out in the counter, and then I'm going to let it ferment in the fridge for 2 or 3 days. The longer you let your sourdough ferment, the better it's going to be. Come back for part 2.